It looks like Grammy Award-winning rapper Young Thug and his lawyer are going to be spending time behind bars together. Take a look at what happened in court.
What this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there? Why did
Sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who this. Tell me who this information was.
I don't want to be held in contempt. Well, I'm not answering that question.
The judge said that attorney Brian Steele violated court regulations by obtaining information about a private meeting between the judge, prosecutors, and witness Kenneth Copeland. When Steele would not reveal his source, he was held in contempt of court and taken off to jail. The sentence means weekends behind bars starting this Friday for a total of 20 days. So was the judge right to do this? Let's bring in our power panel and talk about it now. Randy Kessler, I want to begin with you, please, as you practice in this courthouse. As a matter of fact, you were in a different courtroom at the time that this happened, and lawyer Brian Steele was taken off to jail. Do you think the judge was right to do this?
Well, first of all, I know both of these folks very well. I know Judge Glanville and I know Brian Steele. Second of all, yes, I was in another matter, so I was occupied with that matter. Of course, there was a buzz around the courthouse because this was going on, so I did hear about it, and of course I read about it. It's hard to second guess, right? And I'm very uncomfortable talking about it because I do know and respect and like both of these lawyers and judge very much. The question is, in my mind, and Brian Steele is an upstanding lawyer who will go to whatever lengths he needs to, honestly and ethically, to defend his client. If he didn't want to answer the question, he believes he had a legal basis not to do so. The other thing is, when you bring a contempt charge, in general, and again, I was not there and I don't know, but in general, you have a right to know what are you being charged with and a chance to defend yourself and maybe to hire counsel to defend you in that contempt matter. So procedurally, that may have been a glitch. I don't know. I wasn't there. The judge has a right to ask questions. Judge Glanville, I'm sure, didn't take this step lightly. I'm sure he thought he had a good basis for doing what he did. And I'm sure Brian Steele had a basis for doing what he did. I want to see the outcome. I want to learn more about it. But it's fascinating. From the optics of it, it looks like Brian Steele was defending his ground, and the judge was defending his ground, and it's a match. Judges often win, but in the long run, the question is, will Young Thug benefit from his lawyer's behavior and his lawyer's defense of him? And I think Brian Steele showing he's going to do what it takes to defend his client.
I have to say, Brian Steele is my hero. That attorney did exactly what he should do, in my opinion, by protecting the privileged client-attorney communications, for standing up and saying to the judge, why did you have an ex parte meeting, which means with just one party, the prosecution and this witness? That's wrong. Matthew Timpanik, drawing on your legal experience, when you heard ex parte, I mean, for me, it was like my eyebrows went up as soon as I heard that. Your thoughts?
It was just baffling to actually hear that, because with that case, every judge, if you're a judge, very likely you were an attorney for many years before you became a judge, and you know that you cannot have a conversation with a party, especially the district attorney, about a case involving YSL Young Thug, without the defense attorney present. It is basic lawyering 101. And sitting up there on the bench and being like, okay, well, instead of, I was wrong by doing that, how did you find out? What is your source? That he's not going to tell you. Mr. Steele's not going to tell you. And to actually think that you were right by doing that, that was just beyond astonishing. I honestly, reviewing the order and knowing the facts associated with it and actually watching it live, I don't think this survives appellate scrutiny. I just don't.
You're right, Matt. I couldn't agree with you more. Claudia King, last word to you. I mean, he's sending Brian Steele to jail. Brian Steele has an outstanding reputation, as Randy noted. He is a formidable opponent in the courtroom, but he's known as, being honest, and he's defending his client with his privileged communications, and the judge jails him. How does this wind up in the end? Randy made the point, okay, the judge may have won the battle because it's his courtroom, but this is a war defending this Grammy Award-winning rapper. In the end, do you think Brian Steele may have just solidified his reputation as being a tremendous legal fighter for justice?
Not all heroes wear capes, and I think Brian Steele showed us that he will go to any lengths to properly defend his client. I don't think he did anything wrong, and I feel like the judge, is playing a don't look over here, but look over here. So we're supposed to ignore that he has done something likely that he should not have done, and then is going to follow it up by putting this attorney in jail. I don't think it's a good look for the judge, and I think Brian Steele will win the war.
I'm with you. Perfect note to end on. Claudia King, thank you for that.